Hey everyone, it's Brian from Hypop and welcome back to another video. In this one, I'll be addressing some interesting questions our viewers have left on our videos with some quick tests. If you're interested in anything you see in the video, all of the products we use will be available at hypop.com.au. Links are down below. First up, we'll be looking at the new version of Godox V-strobes. For anyone who doesn't know, Godox recently re-released most models from their plug-in power strobes with a small upgrade. We now have the MSV, SK2V, and the DP3V models available. The upgrade they've made is changing from standard E27 modding lights to more power-efficient LED modding lights. JC Cruz left a comment on one of our videos saying, "Planning to get an MSV for my photo booth. Is the COB modding lamp stronger than the regular E27 bulb?" This is a great question because most standard E27 bulbs are rated at 150 watts, whereas the new MSV and SK2V have 10 watt LED modding lights built into them. We've made a video testing the DP403V's 30 watt modding light, which you can watch here, but now I'll go ahead and compare the modding lights and you can see the difference for yourself. So I have with me the Godox 603. This is still the older version, which still features the E27 modding light. And I have the Godox MS300V, which has a 10 watt chip on board LED modding light. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn them on now, just so you guys can have a quick look at what it looks like. So this is currently on the prop setting. I'll just turn that to 100% now. That's at max. And now with the MS300V, that's on 100%. So you can't tell from the video of how they are placed right now. They kind of look identical apart from color temperature. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll put these both on a stand about 1 meter away, and I'll test it using a meter, and I'll also turn off our video key light so you guys can see as well what the difference is. So our key light is now off. To put it in perspective for you guys, we usually use an Aputure 300D on 50% with a Light Dome 2 softbox. So now we'll go ahead and turn on the MS300V and I'll test it out using the Sekonic C800. So that's now at 100%. And that is reading at 5,930 Kelvin at 729 lux. Now we'll just go ahead and swap over the light and we'll compare it with the E27 modding light. So now we've swapped over to the DP603, which has the E27 modding light. We'll see how it reads. Cool, so that's come up as color temperature of 3,104 Kelvin and a lux reading of 277. Hopefully that quick test shows you the difference with the LED modding light as well as the E27 modding light. Feel free to just scrub back and compare the differences between them two and decide for yourself. Next up is something interesting that Erman K brought up. Their comment was quite detailed, so to summarize what was written, Erman takes photos of industrial sized machines inside a factory and wanted to purchase the most powerful strobes Godox had to offer. They looked on the Godox website comparing different models and noticed that the guide numbers displayed didn't seem to add up. The guide number of a Godox DP1003V was 140, whereas the guide number of the Godox QT1203M was 105. This is strange because the DP costs nearly half as much as the QT model. Let's put it to the test. In terms of plug-in power strobes that Godox offers, these two units here are the most powerful that they have. This one is the Godox QT1203M and this is the Godox DP1003V. The main thing that we're looking at here is that Godox actually advertises the DP1003V model as having a guide number of 140, whereas the QT1203M model has a guide number of 105. So this is actually displayed on the official Godox website. And once Erman K brought that up in our comments, I was pretty interested to find out if that was actually true. So we'll go ahead and test that out. First up, we have the Godox QT1203M. I have it set at full power, and we'll go ahead and get a quick reading now. Alright, so color temperature 5,985 Kelvin and 5,940 lux. So I've swapped over to the DP1003V now, but I'll quickly go ahead and measure this one. So the reading for that one, color temperature 5,791 Kelvin, and the lux was 5,270. So from that short test and the results from the meter, the QT1200 is indeed a little bit brighter than the DP1000. That was a great question. We'll move on to the next one. Before I get into the last question, give the video a like if you're enjoying it so far. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this, and hit the notification bell to be updated of any new content we release. The last question is from Gabriel C, who asks, would you recommend the Aputure Amaran 60D or the new SL62? Also, is there a big difference in the fan noise between the SL60W and SL62? Thanks, and this was a great video. So to answer your question, I have both units here in front of me. We have the Godox SL62D as well as the Aputure Amaran COB60D. Going through the similarities, they're both rated at 60 watts. They both have the Bowens mount in front, so that's for all your modifiers and softboxes. They both have Bluetooth control via an app, and they both have special effects that you can do as well. In terms of the differences between the two units, the Aputure Amaran is significantly smaller, so this means that if you had to bring it on set with you, this is much easier to fit in your camera bag. The SL60D is a bit of a larger unit, and there's also no option for battery power. If we look at the Aputure model here, there's a battery plate that attaches to the side, and this accepts Sony NP-F batteries. So you have the option for either plug-in power or battery power, which is really handy. Another thing that the Aputure has as well is that with the spigot mount that you can see here, there is actually an umbrella mount. The SL62D has no umbrella mount at all. So with this model, you can't actually use any umbrella modifiers. So primarily you'd be looking at Bowens mount modifiers with the Godox. On paper, the Godox is actually rated at 70 watts output, whereas the Aputure is 65 watts output. So I'm gonna do the same test as I did before, just put them on the light stand and use a meter and let you guys know what the results are. Right now, the Aputure Amaran 60D is on the light stand, so I'll take a quick reading now. So the reading for that is 5,812 Kelvin, and the lux is 2,260 lux. That first test was the light just bare bulb, no reflector at all. So we've actually added the included reflector on now, and I'll go ahead and test that one. And that has come out as color temperature 5,985 Kelvin and lux of 22,100 lux. Now we have the Godox SL62D set up. I'll take a quick reading of that. This is also bare bulb at the moment, and then we'll put the reflector on afterwards. The reading we have is color temperature 5,838 Kelvin and a lux reading of 2,390. With the reflector on, I'll take another reading. So the color temperature read out at 5,709 Kelvin and the lux rating was 16,100. So you can't really go wrong with either decision you make if you go for either the Aputure or the Godox. But if you do go with the Aputure, you're going to get the option for battery power as well as a more portable unit that you can carry around easily. For the second part of your question, you're comparing the fan noise of these two units. I've had both of these running at 100% for the past 15 minutes, and I can say that by ear, this one actually sounds a bit louder. For more videos just like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, leave a like on the video if it's helped you. Feel free to leave down in the comments below your thoughts or if you have any questions. Follow us on social media at HiPop and visit our website, hipop.com.au. Thanks for watching.